Today is going to be day 3 of Vanilladpupt64 setup series. This will be our last day of the series. Go through how to make the red icons that's on a tray bar using Gimp. And also we'll go ahead and change the background, desktop background, into black and white using Gimp again. But this here, the red letters on the rocks filer is part of rocks. So in the control options, you go down to pinboard, and I decided to make the red color because my favorite colors are black and red. So that's how this came about. So we'll go ahead. The first thing is we want to change the background of this Vanilladpupt, and we'll probably put in a little Vanilladpupt lettering here. So to do that, easiest way is just go ahead and right click and go down to the backdrop, and then it's right now it's on a stretch and a show, and then right now it's on default SVG. So we'll go to default SVG and then right click, and then we're gonna have to open up in geany, the Gimp. So we'll do it this way. We'll go ahead and get the Gimp started, and then we'll put it on the right side with a super right arrow, and then default SVG is what we want. And then so this is the Gimp on default SVG. So what we want to do is just change this to black and white. So easiest way is just go to desaturate, and then OK. So it turns it into black and white, and we'll probably want to make it a little darker. So we can just go ahead and use a curve and then make it dark. So this looks good. Now I like to put a little lettering here. So the font, we'll go to the font, and then give it a maybe 80 size seems to be okay for my liking. And then we want to change the color to not red, but slightly we'll pick a color from here, and we'll get a lighter color. Okay, so we're gonna put it in the black background here. So that's seems to be okay, and we got a fancy font, but you can use whatever the font you want. So here we'll just click and then start typing Vanilladpupt64, and then Control A to make it a little larger, and then maybe go again and make it even a little lighter, the lettering wise. So that looks pretty good, and then you can just go ahead and click here. So that looks pretty good, but I want to move it to the right a little bit. So we'll go back to the letter, the font, the layer, and just go to move tool way up here, move, and then we want to move the active layer, which is this, and just put it about here. So that looks pretty good. And what I want to do now is just save this, but the first what we want to do is just make a new from visible. So it takes the information from those of these two and then puts it on the final product, and we want to export this as default. Right now it's default, so we'll go to be black and white, So the Gimp will not export an SVG. So what we want to do is just go ahead and JPG is will work. So we'll just go ahead and export it, and then export, and then close the Gimp, discard changes, and then what we need to do is just we have a default black and white now. So we're just gonna slide this into the window, and voila, this is done. So this is good. Okay. Now, before it was actually the icons were absent, but now we're gonna bring it back in different colors. So to do that, we're gonna use Gimp again. We're gonna use this. There is a puppy icon that's not, I think that's black, so we're gonna change that. So to do that, we're gonna Gimp. So we're gonna just go ahead and copy and start the terminal, and then middle click will work, and then we want to change that to the name of puppy-red.png. Okay, so we're gonna start with the SVG. So this is all okay, and this is the puppy logo that we're gonna make it red. So what we have to do is change this color to red. So we'll just go ahead and click here, and then we're gonna pick a color, and then this is you can pick a color, and I'll just go ahead and pick this. So you can just pick whatever color you want, and then OK. And then what you need to do is get a bucket fill tool. So, and then you get that activated, and then all you need to do is click and we make sure it's red. Click on the black parts, and that's done. So now we need to save this as, export as puppy-red.png. Okay, so we're going to export it. We want to already exist. Do you want to replace it? Yes, because we're gonna assume that you don't have it at all. So we just gonna, but I did it once already, so I'm just gonna replace it. That's fine, and then export. So that's done. Now we're gonna go back to well, we'll just close this. So that's done, and then we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna do the shutdown-red shutdown icon. So here we're gonna make it correct color. So we're just gonna go ahead and copy this, and then we're gonna copy it here. Control V or Control Shift V also may work. Well, we'll just go to the middle mouse click. Okay, and then we're gonna follow pretty much the same thing. So it's pretty red, but it's still not correct red. So once you get that open, you're gonna get the bucket tool again, and we're gonna click in it, and then click again. So this is correct red color, and then we're gonna save as, export as shutdown-red. And again, the PNG, export, replace. I did it once already, so, and then we're gonna close that and close that. Now what we have to do is you have to make sure that it gets put into the tray configuration. So let's just I want to just make this a full view and sidebar, And then what you want to do is jwmrc tray, that tray1 file. You want to open that up in Geany, and then look at the here is the puppy. So USR share pixmaps. So here's a puppy-red.png, which is the correct icon. And then similarly, here is a leave puppy. Here, shutdown-red.png, and you have to put in the full path. And then you save. And then close everything, and then JWM restart. So it refreshes the tray, and then this is how I obtain this red icons on a tray bar.